Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're playing F-Zero GX, I think. We get to start the game by naming our character, which is always fun. Let's go for like a futuristic name, like, go with like Leet Speak. You guys remember when like Hackers and the Matrix and everything was like amazing and everyone loved it? There we go, J, spelt in Leet Speak way. This is how it's like everyone thought future names would be in the 90s. Like we just give up on the alphabet and everyone, just throw a semicolon in that name, make it real futuristic now, you know? I mean, I wonder, maybe one day names will be like that. Maybe, you know, somebody's name will be @72_4, you know? And that'll be like Daryl. It'll be the future equivalent of Daryl. I don't know. Who knows what the future has in store? For now, most children are named using the Phoenician alphabet, or the phonetic alphabet, named after those ancient Phoenicians, those merchants who needed a language in order to keep track of debts. That's why we have an alphabet, people. Money. Oh, this is running a little glitchy. We'll see how this goes. Playing this one in an emulator here today, because sometimes it's just easier to record. I guess if it's really bad, I'll boot up the old Wii. But anyway, F-Zero. F-Zero? Excuse me, was a landmark franchise when that came out. I think right now F-Zero 99 is a thing. I don't know, I don't really play too much Nintendo stuff these days. No, modern Nintendo stuff. I'm playing a Nintendo game as we speak. Let's just do a Grand Prix. But yeah, I don't play too many modern Nintendo things, but I know they had like Tetris 99 and Mario 99. And now I think there's an F-Zero 99, where like 99, you and your 99 closest friends can race simultaneously on F-Zero. I think it's you and 98 other strangers. And it's interesting because F-Zero famously, wait, no, it did have I was gonna say it never had a multiplayer, but I think it did. Maybe it didn't. Did it do split screen? I never actually owned F-Zero on the Super Nintendo when it came out. I remember Final Fight, that was like one of my first Super Nintendo games, and that one definitely didn't have 2 players, and I always just thought, oh, well, they couldn't have figured it out, you know? But I found out years later the Sega Genesis version had 2 players, the arcade version had 2 players. It's like they just didn't bother to put it in the Super Nintendo version for some stupid reason, so I don't know. Anyway, let's do the Ruby Cup. Sounds good. And we'll see what happens with glitches. Hopefully they're minimal. The other thing I could do, truthfully, is I could always pop in and see if there's something I could change on the emulator settings, like uncap the FPS or something like that. There's always some like weird setting, you know, you go on these like wikis and it's like, if you're trying to play F-Zero GX on the Dolphin emulator, go in and set your VRAM to -1 and then delete your cache, and then all of a sudden it runs like amazing, you know, like probably what I said is nonsense and doesn't actually do anything, but yeah, anyway. Oh, this is interesting. You can actually play with the max speed. Okay, so if you make the max speed higher, then acceleration presumably is lower. Like, I don't know, like, what's better? This? No, there's got to be like a trade-off. Like, where's the sweet spot? Like here? I'll lock it in. Lock that in, Chief. I don't know what I just agreed to, but set that baby in stone. Mute City. Alright. Now, I remember when F-Zero was like this little, it was almost a tech demo of a game to show off Mode 7 on the Super Nintendo. And now it kind of feels like Whiplash. Like, you guys remember, or not Whiplash, Wipeout. Wipeout XL? Okay, the sound is awful. We're gonna have to fix this. Okay, this is just a test run, this match. I just want to see, like, the fidelity of what we got going on here. So, like, not too bad. But yeah, definitely, like, F-Zero, like, in my mind, it's basically like a slightly faster Mario Kart. Like that's the sort of level of game that it is. But if you remember Wipeout XL was a huge franchise on the PlayStation. And that one was sort of like Future Racing Mario Kart, because it was like this. It was exactly like this. This is basically Wipeout, except you also had items, so you get like shields and missiles and stuff like that. Like for this one, I'm not 100% sure if we even have items. I think we do not. Pretty sure we do not. You know, if I just muted the sound, this would sound totally fine. I think there is a way to do something where like I uncap the sound from the video, and then that actually will get rid of all this glitching. So I don't know, I'll take a look into this, but for this first race, enjoy. Let's just imagine the developers intended this. You know, like if we were playing an old ZX Spectrum game, maybe this is just how the game's supposed to sound. Those games sounded terrible. I played so many games back in the day, I love them, that used like PC speakers instead of, you know, this is like before sound blasters and stuff, so many computers, they only had beeps and boops. So it's like you go to play your favorite video game, and on the title screen it's like, welcome to, like, you know, the most epic spy game ever. Then it's like dee doo doo dee 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 doo 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 doo. And it's like, that's like the level of music that you'd get. So it was like kind of pathetic. And the sound effects in game would be like whoa whoa whoa. In fact, they wouldn't even be that good. That's like, they were worse than that. So basically bad sound is something I'm accustomed to, but I don't want you guys to think ill of me, so I'll see if I can toggle anything here to fix it. But otherwise, I would say, like, it seemed to, visuals and all that, it all looked great. And also we did pretty well. We got number 2. Fun fact, my entire life, F-Zero, I didn't even know there was a guy in the racing seat of this car. I mean, I assumed there was a pilot, but I didn't know it was Blue Falcon guy or Captain Falcon, whoever he is, until I saw Smash Brothers and somebody explained to me who Captain Falcon is. I didn't even know he existed. They could have made him up for all I know. It's like, not like the lore, like when you're playing if you go back to the original F-Zero, like, I guess they must have had like a character portrait, you know? Now, you know, this game is making me be like, is the original F-Zero in the in the 1001 book? Because if so, maybe I should play that first. And/or we need to play that soon. And/or did I already play it? Because we're like 830 games deep, guys. If it was like the 60th game I played, maybe I played F-Zero 8 years ago and I don't remember. Okay. Let me actually look up these settings here, see what I can do with the sound. So, bear with me a moment here. Alright. I went in, did some things. I don't know if it'll make a lick of difference. I already hear minor stuttering. Whatever, we'll live with it. 'Tis what it is. Hopefully my blathering over top of it, it'll be minimal. Alright, now we didn't look at any of this stuff. Also, I didn't boost. Also, I didn't go in the garage. There's many things I didn't do. 1260 kilograms, is that a lot? Boost A. The Wild Goose, this guy's an alien. This guy's a samurai. What's he doing? Piloting a pink rocket ship with flames. All sorts of confusing elements there. Golden Fox. I mean, you gotta be Blue Falcon. You gotta, I mean, it's the most iconic F-Zero car. I mean, do you call these cars? They don't even have wheels. Hovering racing device, we'll say. Okay, we have to redo the first track because I didn't do so hot there. L and R to change colors. Probably could be black or green. I mean, you kind of have to go with blue, I think. I feel wrong racing Mr. Falcon's car in anything but a, you know, hot blue. So, all right, back to Mute City. Give this one more shot here, and then we'll carry on in the tournament. Magic was like, all right, we'll do one more race, and then we're done. Straight up. We're out of here, man. I feel like a game has to be really rough for me to do that. I've definitely done it. There are a handful of games where I've been like, nope, and we noped our way out of that. But it's usually when there's some kind of like issue with the game where it's like, sucks, you know? Truthfully. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of slowdown. I don't know what it is. You know what it is like, I mean, my computer, I would say my computer is definitely no beast. My computer is a reasonable computer. I don't think in my entire life I've ever owned what a person might consider, oh god, a proper gaming computer. Well, we just lost this race. I was gonna say dead last, but we're only 20 out of 30, which is not terrible. And I still see the third place guy up there, so maybe there's a path. But yeah, I don't think in my life I've ever owned a proper gaming computer. I'm not one of those guys who spends like $4,000 on like a gaming hog, you know, that like, whatever. I don't even know how to describe it because I've never owned one. Even in the best of times when I've had a computer that could like play decent games, it's always just been like passable. Like I think in university I remember upgrading my computer and I bought a case and a motherboard off of the internet and I like built my own computer with those elements and the remaining elements on my existing computer so that I could play Warcraft 3. That was my big upgrade. I needed a 3D computer so I could play Warcraft 3 because my computer wasn't up to task. And then other than that, like I don't even like explicitly recall when I upgraded or why. I think maybe I might have been tempted to upgrade when StarCraft 2 came out because I was a huge StarCraft fan. I was looking forward to StarCraft 2 forever. We got like 4th. Damn, we did. I think wiping out to 20th place really hurt us, if I'm being honest. But I did notice a bit less stuttering there. There's a few slowdowns, but anyway. Anyway, my current computer is actually not a bad computer, but the problem is like recording at 60 frames a second while you play a game. Like the thing is built for recording retro games, you know, honestly. I guess I guess if I actually bothered to turn the Wii on, we wouldn't have gotten this. But then, like, you know, the recording doesn't come out as crisp because I'm recording through, like, the Wii's pathetic 480p, and, you know, there's issues there, too. Plus, all my consoles are old and dying. My Xbox 360 only works when it wants to work now. I feel like my original Xbox is not long for this world. I'm really hoping original Xbox emulation picks up soon so we can finish the 1001 Quest. That original Xbox is, like, kind of in rough shape, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so for recording and playing, I think is where my computer starts to have issues. But I fully admit, like, it's not like a beast beyond that. It's not like I'm surprised that it's not doing better. Man, I think we're first. Oh, we're second. I'll take it. Hitting these boosts makes a big difference. Oh, we just hit 2 in a row. And a wall, but I think that cancels out at least. This is like the Clown Casino level, I think. Makes me want a Clams Casino. And I don't even like clams. I just feel kind of obligated to, you know? But anyway, so here's... Oh, what the... Okay, well, we just lost this race. Damn it! I was doing good briefly. Maybe I can make it up on some of these boosts. I mean, we're in 3rd again. So that kind of helps. Also, I think I talked about this before, but back in high school, I played Virtua Fighter 1 on my computer at home. And my computer was so bad that the game ran at like 10 frames a second. However, it's not like it interpolated frames, like it just meant it ran 10 times slower than it was supposed to. And so actually, I got really good at playing Virtua Fighter in super slow-mo mode. It was like kind of a cheat. You know, it's like I could almost beat like literally any character because it's like I was so good at countering and stuff. And then when I played Virtua Fighter at a friend's house on one of their game systems and it was like at full speed, I sucked. And I was like, man, you gotta slow this thing down by like 10 times for me to actually play. So it's sort of like when games run slow on an old computer, an emulator or something can actually help you, which is funny. It's like an unofficial cheat. It'd be like if you went to fight a ninja master and he was moving 10 times slower than you. It's like, even though he's, you know, way more skilled than you, you'd probably kick his butt because it's like you just see every move coming a mile away and react. But anyway, where I was going here is fun announcement is I have been kind of eyeing that Legion Go that's on the market, set to come out at the end of October. If you don't know what a Legion Go is, imagine a Nintendo Switch, only it's a computer, so it plays all the games off Steam and GOG and any emulated game you can think of, but it's like a beast. It's super powerful. It's a mobile device. It's obviously not as powerful as like a $3,000 gaming rig, but it's like for what it is, it's like twice as powerful as a Steam Deck, let's say. Or maybe that's exaggerating. Maybe it's 1.5 times or whatever it is. Anyway, long story short, what I've been thinking is it might be really handy for my 1001 quest. This is how I'm justifying it to myself. I look at it, I'm like, it might be really handy for my 1001 quest because I have so many old consoles that are like on the brink of dying, but I still need to play like a handful of games from them for my channel. And it would probably record better if my recording computer itself was not also like running the game. So it's like, whatever the game, even like, you know, Steam and GOG games, just running them on a little handheld device I could plug into my computer to do the recording, that might actually turn out better. So I've kind of talked, in fact, I think this description has just sealed my fate. I think I just talked myself into it, because I'm like, yeah, that does sound correct. It does seem like that's what I should do. Okay, I don't know. There's like a button I can press to do a thing. Okay, I think I just found the brake button. Trying to like experiment with buttons. Oh, that one's spinning me around. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what any of those buttons do except this one. That like makes a little thing appear around me. Long story short, I don't think I have a boost. I think there just are boosts on the road. So I was just playing around in case, like, I don't know, maybe there was something in there that I hadn't really thought of. Yeah, so if you are racing, don't brake to a dead stop in the middle of the race and put yourself in 15th place, because it is a son of a bitch to catch back up again. It is just a real pain. Oh god, what's happening? I have a rival, apparently, too. Which is news to me. Which makes me think maybe he doesn't like me, but I'm okay with him. Like, we have a rivalry. I'm like, when did this start? Also, who are you? Also, are you mad at me, bro? I'm sorry. If I knew who you were, maybe I'd be, like, you know, more upset. It's gotta be really insulting if you have, like, if you hate someone and they don't even know who you are, you know? You spend all your time thinking about them and how much you hate them. They like, don't even know you exist. They don't even realize you have a rivalry. They see you in the halls, they smile at you, they buy you lunch. Like, man, I hate that guy. You're like, you work with me? Who are you? You know? It's gotta be very insulting. Oh, God. Okay, I think I've figured out sort of like boosts. Probably like 20 minutes too late. I don't think we're winning this race. Maybe I'll do my glowy thing. Oh, it's doing something. I think I'm going faster. Oh my god, a sandworm! We're in the Beetlejuice timeline. Beetlejuice. Alright, I think we got a few places there. I'm actually excited for Beetlejuice too. I mean, like, not super excited, but like, I guess interested. I'm interested. Who knows? It's hard with these legacy sequels. Did you guys catch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny in the summer there? I did, and I have to say, I didn't hate it. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I think it was, you know, obviously... I mean, there were a lot of problems with it. And I actually have watched some criticisms of it, and I'm like, I don't disagree. But at the same time, like, especially that intro sequence where you get to see a de-aged Harrison Ford fighting Nazis in 1944, 45. It was just like... it was just a treat. I just enjoyed it. It didn't make a lot of sense at times, you know, there were like some moments where it's like, why, you know? But if you don't let the logic of it ruin it, it's actually quite fun. And it's like, you know, Harrison Ford is getting up there. Like this is it. We're not going to see him as Indiana Jones again. You know, I remember watching Indiana Jones Last Crusade, like with my family, like with my grandma, you know, like my grandparents. It was just like a movie that we liked in my house. Last Crusade, I think, is by far my favorite. It has been for like my whole life, and none of the movies that have come out since or before have changed my mind. Yeah, Last Crusade for me is like just a cherished memory, and to see Harrison Ford again in that era fighting Nazis, logic issues aside, it was enjoyable for me. So yeah, I don't know, I didn't hate it, but yeah, there was a lot of stuff that didn't make a ton of sense when you sit back and think about it. So in retrospect, I don't consider it like a good movie by cinema standards, but I enjoyed it. So it is what it is, you know. And where was I going with this? Why am I talking about Indiana Jones? I don't even remember now. I got so sidetracked. I don't know, movies. Indiana Jones. What the F was I talking about? It's gonna drive me crazy because I'll go watch the replay later and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's how the Indiana Jones rant started. And then I just lost it. Oh my god. All over the road here. My rival. He's just taken off, man. Never seen that guy again. Wonder who he was. Guess we'll never know. Oh, Beetlejuice! That's what I was talking about. Yes, I am looking forward to Beetlejuice too. But you know, it's like I have tempered expectations. It's another thing of like, I loved Beetlejuice as a kid. It was just like, you know, I used to draw pictures of sandworms and stuff, and it was just so weird and cool. I used to watch the Beetlejuice cartoon. Yes, they had a cartoon. If you're not familiar. And just Michael Keaton is just a treasure in everything he's in, you know, like it's hard not to like him. He was great in The Founder, that McDonald's origin story movie. He was great in Spider-Man No Way Home as the Vulture, a character whom, by the way, I always thought was lame and boring, and then he was actually great in No Way Home. One of my favorite MCU villains, in fact. So yeah, Michael Keaton's back as Beetlejuice. I'll take it. I won't say no to that movie, you know. And maybe it'll have its own problems, but I feel like it will still have little glimmers of fun stuff in it. So I'll check it out. So yeah, Beetlejuice. Go see it. Not even out yet. I think they haven't even started filming it yet. 2 thumbs up from Gaming J. Go check it out. You'll like it. In fact, if you haven't seen the first movie, I can give you 2 emphatic thumbs up on that one. Check that one out. That one is a treat. If you don't like Beetlejuice, I don't even know how to finish that sentence, frankly. I don't even know what should happen to you. But you're not human. Alright, we did terrible in that race. We got lucky 13. I felt, you know, I've noticed a trend. It may be that the tracks are getting harder. I mean, that's probably definitely it. But the more we play, the more I just blather on about random stuff. The worse I'm doing, so I don't know. Do the math, I guess. I don't even know what that means. Figure it out. You guys are the scienticians. I just work here, folks. What do you want from a gaming monkey? That's all I am to you people. Tune in to watch me fail at video games week after week. You're sick. You have a sickness. Oh my god! You people, what are you making me play here? Oh god. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. 30 of 30, and I'm trying. Actually trying here. Whoa. You know, say what you will about the original Wipeout, at least its tracks occurred on like a ground. We're in like, these aren't even roads meant for humans. These are like robot skyways. No human can navigate this. I defy you to show me a single living human that can race this game. I think it's impossible. These who makes a road that goes straight up? That has dirt on it. They ship the dirt onto vertical roads. Why? What purpose does this serve? No one commutes on this road. You're not like, honey, I'm gonna take the the vertical inverted loop on the way home. Traffic's bad on the corkscrew. You know, nobody's commuting in the city on this. I don't know why they invested all this infrastructure in these crazy roads. It's not right. It's not right they're making us race on this. Inhuman. Oh god. Oh, Jesus. It's tough. Oh god, this is gonna kill me. Oh god! I'm battling it out for 26th place. It may look like I'm slowly inching forward, but 26, mark my words, is where I'm ending up. I'm gonna earn it too. I'm not the kind of racer who gets given 26th place. I'm the kind of racer who earns what he gets. Okay, we're getting some boosts. We're getting some boosts. Maybe I can do a little better than 26. But I'm just saying, if I do only get to 26, you know, I'm not trying to set myself up to fail. I'm having realistic expectations. I can't even talk. Oh god. See that little boosty thing? Well, that bumped me out of the way of that thing. Oh god. Yeah, see, you thought I was about to get third or something. Here comes lucky 26. We'll get there. We can do it. I believe in us. Oh god. I say us to try and loop you guys into my failure. You guys are racing pathetic. I wish I had a better team. You guys are really screwing the pooch on this one. I don't like to point fingers, but here's one right at you. And you know which finger I'm using too. I'm not being polite or subtle. It's all your fault. How dare you, sir? How dare you? You, who's watching, hey, you watching the video, eating cereal right now, how dare you? I hope somebody actually was eating cereal. A long time ago, I think I've mentioned this on the channel before. Oh god. We were doing quite well, but now we just totally botched it. A long time ago, I think I've told this story. I had a friend visiting from out of town. This is just like, you know, one of those old friends that, like, I don't know about you guys, but the older the friend, the more like we like prank each other, or like, you know, I don't know, just sort of mess with each other, you know, that's what old friends do. And I was getting ready, my friend was staying over, but it was during a work week, so I had to work during the day, and then we hung out in the evening and on the weekends. So I was getting ready to leave for work, and I was like, where's my hat? My friend was like, I don't know. And then he sort of like started to laugh, and I was like, okay, dude, where's my hat? And he's like, I don't know, I don't have your hat. And I'm like, you're laughing. And he's like, I don't know why I'm laughing. I shouldn't have laughed at that moment, but I don't have your hat. And I'm like, I know you have it. Where's my hat? And he's like, I don't have it. And then on the TV, it said, this just in. It was like a joke commercial. It was like, this just in. Man accuses friend of stealing his hat. And we both looked at each other. My friend was like, that's fucked. He was like, that's crazy. And then I ended up finding my hat. My friend didn't take it. But, excuse me, my throat's dry. The moral is, you guys let the team down. And Daryl, I see you watching this video. You, sir, are particularly to blame. And I really hope someone named Daryl is watching this stream, because we just called him out. And, yeah. You know what I say in the comments? Let Daryl have it, guys. Express your displeasure. It's Daryl. Well, I cough myself into an early grave. Daryl, see what you've done to me? My health is in tatters, Daryl. Thanks for playing. We got 4th overall, actually. And we got 7 tickets. And a Valiant Jaguar. Awesome. I say we do one more. Why not? Let's go nuts. Doesn't seem to be too much. What's customize? Anything? Garage, emblem, F-Zero, shop. Okay, so I guess you can buy like parts and stuff. Oh, what are items? Okay, no items. Parts? Okay, so like, whatever, you can buy that. And this? Sure. Cockpit. That's kind of cool, so you can like buy parts and like build stuff. Okay. I mean, I don't feel like doing that. Well, whatever, let's check out the garage. Sure. Okay. You go in here, create and register an original machine. Okay. Sure. Let's do it. Let's build this thing. I can race. Let me get into car engineering. The funny swallow, the firewolf. Okay, so the Valiant Jaguar. How do you do this? Blast camel, sunrise. I like how you build the pilot in. It's like you solder him into the pilot seat. Okay. That's kind of cool. I see what they're going for here. But, you know, I don't know. We'd have to get into the whole thing, and I'm just not trained on that. I'd rather just race. Sapphire Cup, moving up in the world. I want to take my Vulcan Dragon in, or whatever it was. I'll take the Blue Falcon. Every time, Blue Falcon. Yeah, never owned F-Zero growing up. I had Super Mario World, Final Fight. Eventually we got Contra 3, but that was like a big add-on. We had Contra and Super C for the NES, and we rented Contra 3 a bunch of times, and I loved it. Took a while before my dad actually bought it. We had Krusty's Funhouse, which is a funny puzzle game. Geez, what else did we have? We had a pool game, championship pool. Didn't have F-Zero, didn't have Pilot Wings. Like, there's a handful of, like, the biggins, you know, like the big boys. The big games that, like, we just didn't have. I'm trying to think of what else were big games. What were, like, the iconic Super Nintendo games? Oh, Legend of Zelda. That was a big one that we never had. That one, like, later in life, when I got Legend of Zelda for my Game Boy, it was Link's Awakening. So it was like the first Game Boy one. Oh, I love that game. I absolutely loved it. Gameplay, story, everything. It was so big that you could play it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Played that game when I was sick. I played it after school. I played it before bed. I played it on car rides. Oh, that was the best. But yeah, didn't have Legend of Zelda for the Super Nintendo. I remember playing it they used to have kiosks, like in malls and stuff. And also, where I grew up, there was the Ontario Science Center. And it had like a video game pavilion. They had like Virtual Boys set up and Super Nintendos and stuff. And I remember playing Legend of Zelda there because they would have it set up, and it was awesome. And I really liked it. I just, you know, just never got it. Oh God, oh God. Crap. I find with so many racing games, I mean, this sounds stupid to say aloud, but you smash into a couple of walls and it's like you've lost the race. And I know that you're not supposed to smash into walls, but it sucks to make like one mistake and then be done, you know? I think the thing I like about other genres, like let's take a first-person shooter, right? A lot of games have regenerative health or some way to recover health. Some don't. But a lot do, to the point where, like, if you mess up, and let's say you take a lot of damage foolishly, you make a mistake, you can just run behind cover and sort of like make up your mistake, right? But like if you're racing against guys who know what they're doing and you make one or two mistakes, you're just never gonna catch up. And I feel like that, maybe that's why it's like I never got into racing, because it truly is like an art that demands precision and performance. Like in first-person shooters, the equivalent of smashing your face into a wall, it's like you can do that and then go and recover. Or in many other games, it's like beat-em-ups and stuff. You can mess up and then just pull it tight together until a big power-up, a big health power-up shows up, and you're fine. You know, there's ways to recover. In racing, it's really hard. Basically, if you mess up, you gotta hope to hell your opponents are gonna mess up, or there's no coming back. Damn it. Why didn't I bring a water today? Okay, I had a sip of something there. It was basically, I had a Coke on my desk from earlier this afternoon with ice in it, and all the ice had melted and all the Coke was flat. And I just had to drink something, so I took a sip of that. Don't judge me. But it's unpleasant, you know? Like, I find when you have a fresh Coke, fresh can of Coke, you get a cup of ice, you put that ice in and the Coke, it's delicious. The Coke, the ice only enhances the flavor of the Coke. It makes it colder and adds a tiny bit of watered downness to it. And I feel like personally that is like the perfect Coke. Hey, we're first, by the way. But as the ice melts and the Coke goes flat, what happens is eventually the whole top of the glass is water and the bottom is flat Coke, and then it's just, and it's also more like room temperature, and then it sucks. Then it's the worst. Because then it's like you're drinking old room temperature water floating on top of Coke. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but basically you don't want to be drinking it when it hits that point. That's what I just did. Out of desperation, guys. I'm so desperate. What is happening to the road here? Nobody commutes on this road. This is not a real road. This is bullshit. You know, at least when they race on Formula 1 tracks and stuff, it like somewhat even resembles the roads that humans use to like live a life. Nobody lives this life. This is insane. Let's go, baby. Also, I swear there must be a way to boost or something, and I have no idea. Which means I'm playing this on hard mode, because I'm not taking full advantage of all the moves I could be doing. We are second, though. I'll take it. Oh, and first now. See, now, if the finish line was right around the corner, we'd be golden. It's not about being first consistently, just at the right times. Anyone who plays Mario Kart knows. Because if you're first consistently, that stupid blue shell just gets you forever. A lot of people don't like the blue shell. What do you guys think of the blue shell? Also, have you given Darren shit in the comments yet? Because if not, you really need to pause this video. Or was it Daryl? Hell, Darren, if you're watching this too, I'm not happy with you either, sir. So in the comments, you guys, just Daryl and Darren, express your displeasure at them. I lost my train of thought. Again. Thanks, Daryl. Hashtag thanks a lot, Daryl. Alright, we're boosting our way to victory. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. The blue shell. That's it. The blue shell. I don't play too much Mario Kart. Usually it's when I go to other people's houses and they put a controller in my hand. They're like, hey, do you like Mario Kart? I'm like, well, you're putting it on, so I guess so. Which I don't dislike Mario Kart or anything, but it's just, I don't think I have ever owned a Mario Kart. Oh, that's another one I didn't own. Another iconic, I guess my family didn't believe in owning iconic video games. They were like, you know what, you got Mario World, that's enough. Now here, play this obscure pool game and shut up. And then they broke down about Contra 3 because it had guns. Like, fine, it has guns, you can own that one. But I don't want to hear you talking about this Zelda stuff and this Mario Kart and all this nonsense. We don't play iconic video games in this house. But anyway, the Blue Turtle Show. Do you like it? Is it unfair? I guess if you're frequently in first, you probably hate it. And if you're frequently not in first, it's awesome. Especially if you have a friend who's frequently in first. That is probably amazing. And you get to, like, trash your friend. Nothing is more fun than specifically targeting your friends to make their lives miserable in video games. There's so much pleasure taken in the displeasure of our friends. I don't know. Maybe that's the fun. Maybe it's the thing about video games. They allow you to take people you like and make them miserable, and just be mean to them. And it's cool. You're allowed to do that, right? I don't know. Blue shell thoughts below. I will go with... It's not cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. It's, you know what it is a necessary evil, I think, actually. It's one of those things that has to be in modern Mario Karts, because what happens is people get too good at Mario Kart, then you come over to a friend's house to play with them, and he's like, all right, here we go, let's play Mario Kart. And you're like, all right, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm lapping you. And you're like, what the F? Like, he's just gone, you know? And like, no, not even the computer can catch up to him. The computer is literally designed to do nothing but race Mario Kart laps, and it can't catch the guy, right? So it's like, what do you do as Nintendo? You're like, well, we need to invent something that will slow this mofo down. So how about an item that literally flies to wherever the guy is and blows him up? And that's literally what Nintendo had to do, because people were too good at Mario Kart. It wasn't fun, right? So I think the solution to the blue shell is that all the people who get really good at Mario Kart, you guys need to chill it the fuck out. You need to calm down, man. You're getting too good. Go out, have a date, have a cafe mocha, sit in a park, read a book, but chill down with the Mario Kart for a bit, because the rest of us can't keep up. Nintendo literally has to invent sabotage items that are so unfair that no other video game would ever put them in. It's because you guys are getting too good at Mario Kart. So there you go. That's the hard truth that nobody else is going to tell you. That blue shell, it's there. You might not like it, but it's a necessary evil. So there you go. I don't know. What do you guys think of the blue shell? Maybe you hate it. If you hate the blue shell, it just tells me you're one of those people who's too good at the game. That's what it tells me. It's your giveaway, man. You've been unmasked. Just all of society knows now. Your secret's out. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. But we got first, last race. I felt pretty good about that. This one, if we can find the boosts. So the reason we got first, last race is because we got like literally every boost. I think the computer isn't amazing at getting every boost, but if you can catch them consistently, that's how you win in this. That's what I'm kind of noticing. Now this track only seems to have like 2 boosts, but if we can hit those 2 consistently, then I think we got this bad boy. Okay, that guy just boosted for no reason. There is a way to boost. Okay, that guy did too. I don't know how to boost. There's a hidden extra way to boost. It's a button. The last time I experimented on buttons, I hit the brakes and came to a dead stop. I'm second right now, so I'm not going to look for that button. Instead, I'm going to race the honorable way. I'm not going to use any of those dick boosts, handicap stuffs. Instead, I'm going to get the ones on the track like God meant. You know, that's why they're here. That's why they were put here to begin with. They're here to help us out. See, that guy used a cheat. He boosted. He's cheating. I don't know how he's doing it. He's raced more than 4 or 5 races like me, and he knows that there's an extra button that I don't understand. The thing is, I think I'm first again. Unbelievable. It feels like I'm racing on Endor with those huge trees right there. Which, okay, I never understood how the scout troopers or whatever who drove on Endor weren't just constantly exploding off of trees, you know? Literally, the Empire gives you one of the fastest vehicles I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen a speeder bike accelerate from 0 to 180 miles an hour in 0.1 second? Because that's how fast they go. If you watch the movies, just go... Like, literally, the G-forces must be unimaginable. You're pulling like 10 Gs. You're like passing out like Maverick every time you just try and like, you know, go anywhere. So first of all, the speed of those things is unbelievable. I believe it in The Mandalorian, in that like second last episode when the two scouts were like going off to get Baby Yoda. I believe you would use speeder bikes on that planet. On the moon of Endor, where there's trees everywhere. Rebels chasing you or not, I don't know how you turn on those things. It's like going down a toboggan down a hill in a forest. It's like you're hitting trees. So it's like, maybe it just goes to show how incompetent the Empire is. They're like, you know, they just distribute speeder bikes on whatever planet it happens to be. It happens to be a planet of forests. And literally half, 75%, 80%, 90% of their patrols are just dying every day, day after day. They're bringing in new recruits every day. They're like, man, like we're taking heavy losses. They're like, is there a rebel presence? Are there battles? It's like, no, man, like going out on patrol. Steve was just like trying to cross to the other base. He blew up on a tree. He's going like 300 miles an hour through a forest on a thing that can't turn. Even if he could, no human can see the trees fast enough. Everyone's exploding on trees here. I don't know what happened. I guess it's sort of like the magic of Star Wars. You just have to believe that those guys, those scout troopers, aren't just exploding everywhere off of trees. But I think they would be, frankly. There's one thing that like never made sense to me as a kid, and now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, yeah, that makes no sense. It's a cool sequence, you know, in the Return of the Jedi when Leia and Luke are chasing the speeder bike guys. It just makes no sense, and I think as a kid I always like wondered, like, man, like that seems so dangerous. Like, how could you do that? I would just be exploding off of trees. But it's like, it's been that way for so long that I've kind of forgot about that criticism, and now I don't even really think about it when I see that movie. But now I'm talking about it, I'm like, yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, imagine there was another level on F-Zero GX here, where you're just literally straight up racing through a forest. Forget about racing through like a tube. What are we in? We're in like, okay. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, this is gonna be hard, actually. Here we go. Hey, we're 30th. Still have a rival. I don't know what the purpose of having a rival is. Does it mean I've made it as a racer? Like, maybe until you have a rival, you're kind of a nobody, you know? Like, sort of like better to have someone hate you than people not even know your name. Woohoo! Which some people live by that credo. Not me, though. I want everyone to love me or not even know my name. Oh. Okay, now I know they're punking us. Like, whatever we're racing in, this is like machinery never meant for like human presence. There's like big gears and stuff. It's like a tube taking us to hell and back. You know, I almost wish we were racing through a forest, because at least I would believe. You know, this feels like we showed up for a race in like City Central. We're like, all right, we're ready, and the city's like, oh shit, we didn't even build a track. They're like, well, we have a sewer that we're in the process of cleaning out, and there's no pressure or anything, no water. Why don't you race through that? Knock yourself out, go nuts. Go crazy with it. Okay, we got a booster, I think. I don't know if I am boosting, or I just have a booster. I don't know. I don't know if that made any difference. I was kind of holding the, whatever button it was to try to boost. Okay, we are 6th. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is how you do it. When you're racing in the sewers. The dog-eat-dog world. Which is not a saying. If you unpack sayings, they don't make a lot of sense. Whose dog is eating whose dog? And I've never seen a dog eat another dog, frankly. Seems like the last thing a dog would do. I've seen dogs fight, like not in real life. In fact, I don't even know if I've seen it on YouTube. I just know that dogs do fight. That's kind of funny. Funny to think about the things you've never seen. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen dogs fight. But dogs, if somebody said 2 dogs are fighting, I'd believe that. If someone was like, yo, I just saw a dog straight up eating another dog, I would be shocked, you know? So it's like, I don't know if that saying makes a lot of sense. Dog-eat-dog world. Or maybe it comes from like a simpler time when dogs ate each other or something, I don't know. I bet you didn't turn into an F-Zero video today expecting to hear about that. I like to surprise you guys though, it's fun to keep you on your toes. You never know what you're gonna get. It's like, I'm like a box of chocolates straight out of Forrest Gump. You never know. You just never know. Yeah, missing boosters. Oh, I get that one. Oh, I get that one. Oh, I missed that one. That third one was the key. Oh, I missed that one too. Damn it. Any other boosters? Yeah, they all seem to go on the top for that part. I wonder if I'm stupid for going on the bottom here. Whoa. Guess I am. I guess I'm the chump. Although the chump is third. Can't seem to close the gap with the second and first place guy though. I don't know how anyone's supposed to. Oh, here's a booster. Oh, but they all got it. Oh, missed that one. Shit. Okay, the chump is now fifth. This is the hard part. Oh god, there's just stuff everywhere. Okay, but somehow you get through it. Oh! Wait, how did I go to sixth? I thought I was doing okay. Oh god. I think this is the last lap too. Wow! Well, we did have 2 races where we were first, so let's kind of see what happens in the, you know, the grand scheme of things. Wait, there's a lizard? Look at those people! The 5th place guy was literally a dinosaur. What was the 3rd place guy? It looks like 2 robots. This race, this Grand Prix is rigged, man. I don't know if the dinosaurs were allowed to race. It's bullshit. This should be human only. I'm sorry if that sounds racist. I'm sorry. But dinosaurs aren't real people. They shouldn't be allowed to race. I said it. Alright, last race. Time to pull out all the stops and stop sucking, in fact. Maybe I should... Oh, no, too late. I was gonna say, maybe I should make my max speed higher, but I think I already hit go. Oh, we're back to Mute City. I've done this one before. Although maybe they've made it harder. I guess we'll see. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright. So I feel like, I feel like I have gotten a little better at this game. Not a ton. But I will say, you know, it feels a little easier to pick up than Wipeout. Ooh. I feel like as much as I played Wipeout back in the day, and I like, to the point where like some of its songs, I put onto like a music CD back in high school. Oh god. Oh, we just died! Let's retry that. No, I'm used to Lakitu picking me up, but I guess this is like for realsies. Like, I straight up died. I wish I had shown like a newspaper clipping. It's like, of like my family who are like distraught by like my untimely death on the racing. You know, like my wife who's now widowed and my child who grows up without a father. Like, really hammer home that we messed up, Nintendo. Give it to me hard. Oh, there's explosions. But yeah, Wipeout XL, I feel like is actually quite a tricky game. And I do remember, like, I played it a lot. I even remember, like, burning some of the soundtrack onto, like, a music CD I listened to back in high school when I was on the bus and stuff. Shit. Alright, well, we got this. What was I saying about racing games demanding precision and that being a reason why I never really got into them? You're seeing it in action, folks. But yeah, this one feels a little easier to pick up than Wipeout. And I'm actually, like, enjoying it quite, like, a fair amount. I feel like I'm not 100% convinced I am not missing some buttons. So it might be easier to do a little better if I looked at all the buttons and controller and stuff. But, you know, we're on our last race, so I'm just going to let that go. And also, it's been fun as is. Like, I don't feel like I necessarily have missed that stuff. Oh, what the... Whoa! What was that? Why were those on the road? Okay, let's try again. At least you have unlimited lives, but I also kind of feel like we're not even getting through one lap. This is not a good sign. Go! Okay, so what I have learned is just try and stay alive. It may be the case that a number of AIs are also dying on any given lap, which would actually be quite good for us. Oops, let's avoid these bombs. Like, I'm 21st, but what happens when, like, everyone dies through malfeasance? I'm gonna avoid those, like, jumps. Oh god! Shit! Tried to cut that corner too tight. Damn! Okay. I will say that, of all the tracks, this one is the crappiest. Because, like, in the other tracks, when you hit a wall, it's like, yeah, you bump down to, like, 20th, you'd wrestle your way back up to 6th. Like, this one, you just straight up lose. You hit the wrong corner at the wrong speed, and baby, you're done. You ain't coming back from that. So I do kind of, like, not like that, but... Okay, I'm really gonna try and concentrate here. Especially when the railings go away. That's like danger zone. It really does make me nervous, like these hard turns right here. Like, look at this turn. Woof. Like, that is a hard turn. Shit! God damn it. Alright, maybe I take it back. Maybe F-Zero GX. It's like I was literally just like, yeah, this is not a bad game. You should pick it up. It's fun. It's fun. Now, thanks to Daryl. Don't think I forgot about you, buddy. You ain't getting off the hook. I hope that cereal was good, bro. Because you let the team down. You're continuing to let the team down. Look at what's happening. Daryl. And your friend Darren. I know you're both out there. I know at least one Daryl and one Darren watch this channel. And they're personally responsible for all my woes. Okay, here we go. Paying attention. You're not going to screw me up this time, Daryl. All your machinations, all your foolishness, it's not going to work, bro. I am beyond it. Oh god, where's the road? We landed in dirt. I'll take it. Yeah, this is one race where if I get 30th, I will be happy because it means I finished the track, man. It means I lived. Okay. Do we have boost power? I'm too nervous to boost, in fact. I don't even want to boost. So much you've scared me, game. Don't even want to boost. Okay. So the track actually isn't that long. There we go. There's just a couple of hard turns around here. Okay, and then like just this one. Shit. Okay, so around that last turn that I just died on, if I stay near the middle, there'll be a booster, and I think that is all I need to hit. And then other than that, we're kind of, oh no, game over! I guess you do have lives. Oh well, it's bound to happen. We didn't even place! We had 2 races where we were first place. That sucks. That does suck. Well, F-Zero GX here, despite my failure at it, I think it's a pretty good game. I actually quite enjoyed it. I never really played the first F-Zero. I must have played on my channel. I'm gonna look this up right after. In fact, hold on, let me look this up right now. Okay, so let's see. I have a big list of games I've played. I played F-Zero X on September 19th, 2022. F-Zero GX today. And that's it! F-Zero isn't in the 1001 book. Seriously? Okay, maybe this weekend is when we do it. I'm gonna put a note here. Maybe I'll be playing some F-Zero. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But guys, this one ain't bad. This one ain't bad. If you like Wipeout or you like F-Zero, like any of those kinds of games, I say this one is not bad. That last race there with the permadeaths, I feel like really did suck. It's one of those things, and now that I say it, I really do think I feel this way, is when it comes to racing games, they really do demand a level of precision that I think is one thing that kind of turns me off of them, or just did growing up. Again, not that it's like insurmountable, or like I never like any racing games or anything like that, but it's just a genre that I know I haven't gravitated towards. Like, I have some friends who really love racing games, and for me, it's like there's a few, like, I like the Burnout series because you can smash other cars. I like Whiplash because you can smash other cars. I like Mario Kart to a fair degree because you can smash other cars. So it's like the kinds of racing games I like are the ones we can sabotage each other. When it's straight up racing, I'm sort of like, now it depends on skill, and now I'm just out, you know? So that probably says more about me than the game. But what do you guys think of F-Zero GX here? Is it a game that you played back in the day? Did you love it? Did it remind you of Wipeout? Did Daryl ruin your day today? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, whatever you thought of the game or my opinion of it, hopefully you had fun and I kept you company for a little bit. And if I did, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you in the next video. So until next time, my friends, you all take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Peace!